Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? I've put off almost all of my projects to the side because for the last few months I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV and doing as much as I can before Endwalker comes out. 2 days ago I realized that I'm never actually going to have enough time to beat the game, to finish all the story, all the side content, and once I realized that, it was a lot easier for me to get back to reality. I canceled my subscription, and I uninstalled the game, and it's a good game. I love Final Fantasy XIV, but it's a time sink, and I don't have time to sink anymore. I'm a big boy with a big boy job, and I've got a kid on the way, so I had to do it. So, instead of wasting my time grinding dungeons for tiny cat children or for glorified scratch-off journals, I decided to review a game that I actually played during a 2-day break from 14, a game called Inscription. Inscription is a game that at first glance seems like a normal roguelike deck builder, the kind of game you'd definitely expect to see me reviewing on this channel, but Inscription is more than that. It's an experience. I realize that expression is kind of meaningless at this point. Everything these days is billed as an experience, but Inscription truly is. Inscription is absolutely more than what it appears to be at face value. I can't get into elaborating on that without getting into minor spoilers, so I'm going to do my best to talk about it without giving away anything big. I don't want to spoil the game for you. I want you to play this game, but it's just so hard to gush about how cool this game really is without spoiling it. So I'm just going to talk about the game and the mechanics, and I really hope that that's enough for you. The gameplay of Inscription is pretty simple at first glance. It's reminiscent of Hearthstone or Legends of Runeterra. Each card has an attack and a defense and a special effect, but in Inscription you actually have two decks. A deck of animals, your main cards, and then a deck of squirrels. You need to sacrifice cards in order to summon more powerful cards. Sacrifice is an integral component of Inscription, down from summoning cards to even using items that allow you to tip the scales in your favor. There's more than just a card game, too. For those of you who enjoy puzzles, you can vastly improve the amount of cards at your disposal by leaving your seat, getting up and taking a look around the dimly lit, creepy murder cabin you find yourself in. There's a lot of secrets and puzzles to be had here. It's highly recommended you keep an eye out for clues. You'll notice that I'm breezing through a lot of the puzzles here, and that's because I've played this game before, all the way to the end. I'm on my second playthrough here, but don't worry, if you don't know what you're doing, a few of the cards will help you. They'll give you pointers and clues. They want you to escape too. One of the fun ways the game changes up the formula is by allowing you to change the way the cards work. Sacrificial altars will allow you to transfer the special abilities from some cards to other cards, leading to things like flying wolves, turtles that release bees when they're attacked, beavers that sever their tails as a distraction. Campfires will also allow you to raise the stats of your creatures. Even dying creates new cards for you. Your humble game master creates a death card when you lose, taking stats from a handful of random cards and creating brand new cards that appear in later runs. Of course, you'll never get to use them. You're locked in his closet. Whatever brave soul does end up in this cabin, though, they'll get their chance to use it to achieve victory. Even after multiple losses, that first death card you ever created has the chance to appear in your deck and carry you forward. Casey? Who the hell's Casey? I didn't make that card. It's weird. And also, while we're talking about weird things, why the hell couldn't I start a new game when I first downloaded the game? I could only continue. What's up with that? Nobody else played this before me. This game will have new ways to continue to surprise you as you keep playing, and as you get further in the game, your vocal companion cards will encourage you and give you vague warnings about this game master and how they've played multiple times, but you look like you're going to be the first guy who can finally beat him. At this point, you've died multiple times, and you've got death cards to prove it. You've mastered the mechanics, and you've got a solid deck, and you finally confront the boss, and well, from here, I can't really continue on without getting into spoiler territory. I'm going to be as vague as possible with what I'm about to say. What I'm showing you here in this video so far, that contains the main mechanics for the game, and if you like that, good, you're probably going to like the rest of the game too, but I've barely scratched the surface for what Inscription has in store for you. There's murder, intrigue, fourth wall breaking, action, adventure, lore, betrayal, sacrifice. It's the whole package. It's an immensely ambitious and weird game that surprised me with how much it touched me at the end. This is one of those games I wish I could go back and wipe my memory of so that I could play it again for the first time. I don't live in a world where I can do that, so I'm gonna have to settle for vicariously playing this game again through you guys in hopes you guys actually buy this game and play it for yourselves, and then just let me know what you think of it. If you can't tell by now, I love this game. Head over heels in love with this game. I absolutely recommend it to everybody, even people who don't like card games. This is my 2021 Game of the Year. I recommend this for everyone.